All right, so we have bovines, we've got ear corn, and we've got a 352 grinder mixer with a sheller. What do these three things have in common? Let's find out right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. This is the old 352 New Holland grinder mixer I bought a while back, and I've ground with it twice. You know, that first load we did as a test, and then the second time I cleaned out the bin and ground with it, and it became very obvious after that second time where the hole was that was covering this whole thing with powder, and that is in this blower right here. You can't see it from this side, but if you crawl under there, you can see it. You can kind of see it there. And so that is what we're gonna have to fix. I got a piece of metal. It should fit in between there. And I think we can make that go. It's gonna be a fun time, I'm sure, like usual, getting wadded up in there to do it, but I think we can make this happen. So we're gonna have to get the feller out of here, and I don't know if I can do that either without moving this loader tractor. I'm gonna try. I should have been thinking a little bit more. But basically, I wanna get this done so I can use it again, because I wanna grind some of that corn for them. I would also like to mess with this sheller and see if we can get that bottom auger unstuck. And maybe it's in the blower here, or this over here, that we need to clean out or mess with. I'm not sure how we're gonna get in there to whatever, or how difficult it's gonna be, but something's got to happen, because it ain't gonna shell like she is. So we'll have to figure out if we can take open some of that sheet metal on here. It looks like there's a big long piano hinge there. Maybe we can take down some braces and fold something open, or I don't know, but we're gonna pull it out where we can get to it, and hopefully that will work. And for that, my plan is the Super 88. I took it off of the bush hog, and I'm gonna use this, because I know that this sucker will stay running the whole time. The 880 still has not earned my complete confidence yet. It's been kind of sketchy. So it runs good when it runs, but... And another thing, as soon as I start this up, I guarantee you that those cows are gonna go berserk, because this is one of the ones that makes a sound that they know food comes from. Okay, I'm trying to keep it idled way down so they don't lose their marbles. There we go. Well, we're gonna play this game now. Let her eat. They all start getting up. Come on. I think we're going to be working on the brake for that wheel too. It just seems to me like it's not releasing all the way. And it looks like what luck, friends. Now does this tractor okay, never mind. We're just not gonna do that. We're gonna do something else first. This tractor had one flat tire, and now it's got both flat tires. So we must have run over a nail in there or something. Either that, or well, that one still got air in it. Maybe it's just lost enough that it went down. So I guess I'll run up and get the air inflator and pump them both up so we continue on our journey. It is supposed to be like 60 degrees today, a heat wave, but this stupid wind is pretty well ruined all that for me. I mean, and on top of that, I guess I lost the air inflator again. I thought it was in the back of this thing. Well, what I was saying is, On top of that, I think I just heard a tree fall in the woods, so that means that we're probably gonna have to be checking fences after a while, so we don't have anything running loose. Oh, air inflator, how is it that we can always be lost? Buddy, what are you doing? Watching me walk all around looking for something that's probably right in front of my face? Yep, that's what I figured. Okay, now that we made a total complete circle, walking all the way up there for nothing, I bet it'll be in the service truck. Oh, where did I put that thing? I guess I'm gonna have to tether that thing to a post with a chain like they do at the pins at the bank. Because there it is. There you are, my little yellow friend. I've only known you for a few months and now I can't live without you. You complete me, air inflator. Alright. Well, this really is terrible. You know, 2 tires now. It's getting to the point where we're actually gonna have to fix it. And I don't like that. Why fix it when we can just not fix it? 6 pounds of air. And we want about 35. Oh, what fun. Alright, that's more better. Now maybe we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming here. Okay. Stay. Don't move. Now, was I smart enough to leave a pin here with it? Yeah. There. I think, well, that's the problem, I think. But anyway, I think I'm not going to hook up the power takeoff just quite yet. We're going to examine it and make sure that the tractor is clean and smooth, because I had a lot of trouble getting that bush hog unhooked. Okay. I guess we're not really ready to hook it up yet, so we don't have to. Man, I think that the fire takeoff is a little boogered up? Or is it just that it was caked with old stuff? I don't know, we're gonna have to clean on that just a little bit, I think. Maybe file the corners or something. That sounds like a lot of work though. File. Yeah. We're probably just gonna pretend that it's fine. Oh, I did hear a tree fall. Apparently the neighbors are cutting trees. I hear the saw going now. Well, you see how nice it's tucked away in there where you just really can't hardly get to nothing on it? I guess I can crawl under it. I won't fit, there's no way. So I gotta pretty well do it all from out here. Maybe I can drive it over a hole and crawl under it and weld the bottom. But yeah, that would definitely let out some trash, so. I guess I'll get my piece of metal I kind of have, it's actually probably longer than it needs to be. Well, I can't say that. I need to crawl under and see if I can see, like if the back is okay. You know, is it okay farther? I guess I can do it like this. It seems pretty solid back the rest of the way. That's kind of an odd place for this to break out of there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not on the lowest point. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to figure this out. I'll probably try to give it some curvature before I slide it in there, and then as we heat it and weld it, we can get the rest of the way. But yeah, we need to make that hole go away. Well, as per usual, a simple repair is going awry. For A, I'm having all kind of trouble with my little welder here. I knew it the other day, and I should have ordered the stuff, and I didn't. It's time to replace the liner in the gun, but it's just as cheap, I found, to just order a whole new assembly. That's what I'm gonna do. This one has several issues. The liner is bad, I can tell, because if you hold in certain positions, the wire slows down. And then also, my trigger button is not wanting to work every single time. You can just tell. If you move your finger a little bit, it's cutting out. So that's junk, and I've been having a heck of a time. But I did manage to get that patch tacked on there pretty decent-ish. However, I found more holes in the situation, and it's not so much here as it is under. And I'm betting that that was the original hole that they had the trouble with before. And now, as I look at it, this may not be a bad deal, because I didn't realize it was made that way, but I'm wondering if these bolts come loose, if that whole band will drop off of there, because it does kind of fit in between there, in which case I regret my life choices of the way that I repaired it. I should have done it differently. Had I known that that was how that was, I could have probably just unbolted that and pulled it off of there, and then cut me a new piece to go with the whole length, which we can definitely do sometime. But I think for now, I'm just gonna get more metal and try to tack over that hole and get that plugged off, and then it'll probably be good enough for now. We can investigate at a later date and look at the parts book and see if that is really how it's made, but I'm not real sure then what oh, okay, I see how it's made. What I did wouldn't have mattered. What I'm saying is, when I welded my piece in, I tacked it to this heavy rib, so I might have messed it up a little bit, but basically I think what's going to happen is, when you take this loose, it has a it slips over the metal of this, so this whole band will come off that way. But I'm not sure how it attaches on that end, if it's just because it bolts to this upright, or if there's something else in there and then bolts around. So I might have to look into that. I very much doubt that you can get that, because you can't get hardly any grinder mixer pieces. But if a guy could happen to find one new old stock somewhere, that might be something to look into. Blower band, I guess you'd call that. I don't know. So, but like I said, for now, I'm just gonna try to get another piece of metal and patch that other hole, and then be done with it, because what's the point at this point? I don't know. I mean, the stuff's coming through there hammering on it, because that's how it gets to the mill. It's gonna blow the grain up and then down, you see, is more or less how she goes. The more I look at it, the more stuff I find. Duct tape there, we're just gonna ignore that. But yeah, see, the hammered grain is gonna come up, and then that dust collector thing, somehow magic happens there and the dust flies out and the grain will go down. But We made it better than it was, definitely, because that was a pretty outrageous hole. But we still need to fix that other one, because it's just not gonna go, friends. We're gonna have to find us something else and make that work. But I don't think what am I trying to say? It's not gonna be that difficult. The most difficult thing is gonna be trying to get to it to make it happen, because there's not a lot of room in there to get where we need to go, as we learned previously. So yeah, maybe after we're done with it, we need to just someday, when we have nothing else to do, pull that whole band off of there and just start over. Yep, I guess that's probably what's gonna have to happen. All right, I'm gonna go to the metal shop and get more of that steel, but for now we need to figure out why this bottom auger don't auger. And I think I see the problem right now. It is just piled full of garbage. So my next question is, how does this go? It's obviously got a hinge on there, but can a guy take loose something somewhere and fold something open, or not? Or is the piece that folds open this top piece, in which case she ain't gonna go? I have a feeling that's what it is. I mean, it is packed full of trash. And I think that is like mouse bones. So that's nice. If I could get that open and then take the shop vac or something down in there maybe and clean, question mark. The next thing is, are the only two things holding it these 1/4-inch bolts? I think they might be. And then perhaps, is that the way it's made? I don't know if that is welded to that, or if it would be these wing nuts would come loose. I don't know. I just have a feeling that this plate is welded to this bracket, and you take those two out and happiness would follow you. I think I'll go get the mini impact, a 7/16 wrench, and we'll see if we can fold this tray down out of the way, and then we'll see if we can get in there and just start cleaning out whatever we can get. All right, so this is what we're after, and of course, with the setup I brought, it ain't gonna fit in there. That's not gonna work. Also, you can't get to it because of that. Let's get a short, well, let's pause on this. Let's go to this side, because I think this one's longer. And yeah, okay. So if we do this, it's still not gonna go. That's what I figured. Get that. There we go. Grab a toe. I can't believe that worked. I think we're gonna be in a mess after now. Okay, there's one. And we're hoping that we're doing the right thing, because we don't even know that we're taking the right thing loose, see? But one there, and I guess I'll have to go get a short socket here for this, because, yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna get that loose. I need to get, I guess, the red pliers or something there. Try to loosen that up and get it out of my way. It's turned in such a way, too, where absolutely nothing will fit in there without hitting somewhere else. There. Sure. Well, we learned from the last one that we can't. Come on, you. All right. Slowly, progress is being made. Oh, whoa, did not expect it to go so nice. Yeah. So, I would say our problem is the mummified mice that are living down in there. And it's just packed full. So I guess I will get the shop vac, which actually there's one right over here. I could use that one, and see if I can suck out all that garbage. Let's give this a go. I don't know if I can get all that out or not. Turns out I don't have any attachments for my shop vac anymore. Well, this ain't working it. Okay. Believe it or not, this might be a job for a smaller hose. Not many times in life will that be the better tool for the job, but I'm gonna go get the little shop vac, and I think I can get it down in there and clean that out more better. Oh, yeah. It worked pretty good until it gets plugged up. And then you gotta take the tip off, clean out your tip. But hey, small price to pay for something going your way. There's a lot more in here than you realize when you start doing this. Man. Gee. More than one mouse carcass. Back and forth. Jeez. Well, I'll bring you back when this is done. Alright, I don't expect that really got it all, but just for kicks, we're gonna turn on the old sheller here and see if we can't make her eat. Or maybe not, you know. Can't, there we go. Need to put a spring on that probably again, because that's probably not good. Okay, Super 88. Let's fire up. Let's not run me over. Will it turn? Let's find out. No. Dang it. Slipping on that belt again. Alright. Last time, I never did take that cover off the correct way. I just, oh, well, look, here we go. We broke our belt. Okay, so I guess when I go to town after a while, this is going to be on the order of operations. That was an original. It still says New Holland in it. I guess we'll measure it up and see what we get. And I might go ahead and take the cover loose again. I don't even know how I did that to start with. Oh, I see. And maybe try to turn her backwards, see? So if I do that and I get a bell after a while, I bet this bottom auger will turn. So I've been turning it backwards, and look at all the garbage that I managed to pull out of there. So I'm gonna sweep that out and then keep turning it backwards, and hopefully I can pull most of it out of there and then get our new belt on, and we should have something. But that's where we are right now. All right, so I think I might have it. Yeah, so for instance, there's a jawbone of something that was living in there and the top of its head. So it was mainly just jam-packed full of animal bones. So I'm hoping that once the belt is on, it will spool up and start spinning like mad, and then blow all that garbage out, and we'll be good to go from then on. So that's my hope anyway. So I'll bring you back whenever I get the belt, and then we will see what we get accomplished. All right, so as usual, I created my own sadness here. Whilst waiting for the children to come out at the school, sitting there playing on my phone, I noticed that there's an aftermarket place making the pieces here. So this is actually split. That's why it was bolted together down there. And this is the upper band, and the other one's the lower band, and it comes all the way around. So I wouldn't have had to weld on anything. I went ahead and ordered that. It was a little over $100. I guess it was 140 something by the time it shipped here, but I don't care. It's worth it to me to have it right. So I went ahead and ordered that, and that's what I'm gonna do. We'll swap it out whenever it gets here, and you know, then I don't have to worry about that other hole under there. I would say the other hole was the one that he originally told me about, and then this other one has been created in recent times, because like I said, it got worse the more I used it. So lower band on the way, and that'll be fixed. But I got me a belt here, see, and we're gonna give that a go, and we will see if we can make this sheller turn under its own power. So yeah, I turned it backwards like I said, and got all kinds of garbage out and kept sweeping it, and I think we stand a chance here. So that's where we're at. We'll get this belt put on, and I think we're then ready to try it. I can't think of anything else. Everything else spins freely, so it shouldn't be like anything is holding us back, you know. This is still kind of stiff from stuff down in there, but it'll definitely turn now. So we're gonna force it, you know what I'm saying? All right, in typical fashion, I did not remember to bring the tripod. So you're just gonna have to hang out there. I'm thinking that it went like, yeah. Oh, and the close clearance means I'm gonna have to do a lot of work here. So that's great. That's great. Say it again one more time so we believe it. That's great. Is this all gonna be loose? I think. Just making sure before I hammer her home with the impact like I'm about to do. Oh, I'm doing it wrong already. I need to do this first. I would imagine that's how every other one is made ever. I guess I could. I mean, who am I kidding? It's gonna be. That's not gonna be enough. I mean, even if I do that, it's gonna still have to be. Oh, Knudsen. Okay. Now this is a math problem that we can solve. Let's go. Let's get almost all the way there so that it will still go. And now we'll loosen the thing and we should be good. And it's not gonna let me do it that way, is it? That's very frustrating that it's gonna make me actually use tools. I wanted so to cheat. I might still be able to. Let me go grab a long extension. I'm having a lot of issues. Life is really doing it to me. Here we go. How much does it have? Haven't any. Oh yeah. Buddy boy, look at all that right there. Is that gonna be enough? I'm gonna do too much and then it'll fall out of there and then we'll have to go back and that's it though. Oh. Okay, come on. Come on. There. Okay. Ooh, we're not even gonna be able to. I like my belts tight, so we're gonna try that. So she definitely smokes and ruins something. I think that's gonna go. Let's start the tractor and let her eat. Of course, I'm too fat to fly here, so walk around and start it up. Safety first, always wedge yourself between implement when starting. Will you run? I say yes. Oh yeah. Look at that sucker. Ooh. I don't think my sweeper would do too well with that very long. Listen to how smooth it runs. Well, that's the first time that's running, who knows how long. All right. So, our next order of business then is to just jam some corn down in there. Actually, what I'd probably rather do is put all that back up, because I'm pretty sure it's got to be up. I don't think I can run it with that down or the corn's going to just fly out. And you see what I'm saying? Also, I don't remember what all this went to. Oh, this went to that shield. We'll run without the shield first till we make sure that everything's gonna go. But, well, now that's stuck. Nice. Come on, you. There. Will you go? Oh, you know what would be slick and we don't have it? This is made for carriage bolts. That would have made it a lot simpler to take loose. I should probably just get some instead of putting this back together, but you think I'm gonna do that? No. I'm gonna cobble it together. Well, why can't I ever have something just work my way? Why does it always have to be? I have never figured that out in life. Everything is a struggle. There's a rock in there. That's part of my trouble. Oh my. Alright, see, that is, or was, another hinge. But it ain't gonna do that no more. We're gonna have to just soak the tar out of that down there, because that is actually a hinge. And I think what it'll do is let you fold this out like a cover, and then you could change your sheller bars. But I'm having trouble getting this to go back together because of that bottom corner of this piece does not want to jump up in there. So that's where we are. If I could get that to work. There. Go past it and then pull it out. and then start all over. You had it, you screwed it up. Yep. Okay. Come on. Oh, Knudsen. So what's happening is you can't get the hole to line up if the two pieces aren't in the correct correspondence there. And like I said, it would really super duper help if this had, if I hadn't just dropped that bolt in there. That is a bunch of baloney. Okay, we're starting over. But if there were carriage bolts, I think a guy could get this together. Well, I think it's a sign that I need to quit and just get more stuff. But she's coming back together, friends, and I think we are one step closer to trying this rig out. I thought about trying it in this video, but I think I'm gonna wait so that it can be a day when I'm ready to grind and just go ahead, and that way there's not just a little pile of it sitting in the bottom of the hopper and stuff. So I'm gonna get some carriage bolts, because like I said, I just twisted that one off after all this. And then we will be back in business, but we got everything freed up now, so it should just be a matter of dumping some corn in and watching her eat. And that'll be kind of neat to see, because there ain't many of these around. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change gears here and go work on something else real quick before it's dark. And so I guess until next time, leave a comment and hit the thumbs up if you liked it or whatever, and I'll see you in the next one.